Hey Carla, how are you? How you doing? So I know that this was a spur of the minute live. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? So I just want to be clear as far as I don't know how many people are here or watching or anything like that. It doesn't matter. There's going to be replay people. So I'm trying to keep the two channels very I'm not trying to bring drama from one channel over to the other channel. I'm not sure if I have the same community on both sides, but I don't want to bring one channel over to the other channel. Guys, I've gotten so popular. I got so popular and I'm so fucking desperate for money that I have a sponsor. So bear with me. I'm gonna try not to make a habit of this shit, but I have to because I'm in need of money. So please, this is my sponsor, guys.
He, if you want something good to eat, come on down to Earl's Choke Chicken, where if you can kill it, he can grill it. There ain't no need to be hungry or thirsty down there at the food truck by the titty bar on South Street. Just slide on by and let Earl choke your chicken for you before you head on home to your missus. Damn it, Earlene, that don't sound right now. I'm gonna tell you what, and just 'cause he's your brother don't mean he knows how to cook. Hell, none of that mess is even chicken over there. Yep, tell Arlette to fix me up a box of them squirrel feet for that baby. Shit.
Guys, that's my friend Jamie at Milk Honey and Mayhem. Milk Honey and Mayhem. And I thought that I would go ahead and make a yeah, I was joking with you, Stacia. Joking with you guys. Joking with you guys. She's funny, very funny. We're gonna do some skits together. We came up with a few ideas. I also think I'm gonna do another channel that's gonna be very serious, to be honest with you. Because I have these very interesting, what I think are very interesting conversations with a friend that I've known for over 45 years. And so, yeah, we're going to see how that goes. Guys, thanks for all your love and support. So I just want to say something. Somebody, actually, I want to keep stuff on this channel, and stuff on that channel, So I did want to talk a little bit about what's going on over here, and there's not a lot going on over here with the Whittakers because, well, what's there to say? We found out, obviously, that they can't build on the property that they have because they don't own the property that they're on. It's in other people's names. It's going to take a long time. Thanks, Jeanette, Edie, Veronica, or Veronic. Elizabeth, thank you guys. Thank you guys. So good morning, Donna. I just thought that Carla, I saw you at the jump. That was your first thing you put up there, and it made me smile. I hope you guys know how much you matter to me. Please know how much you matter. I hope you do. Because you matter to me. So thank you. So you liked my sponsor, did you? She's very funny. She's very, very funny. Excuse me. Anyway, Debbie, Margaret, yeah, Edie Cook. So what was I saying? That's why I can't do two things at one time. So there's not a lot going on with the Whittakers, except that we heard from Cajun News, right? So that's that guy, the gray-haired fella. Brian is his name. And here's one thing that I don't want to do. A few of you guys have sent me information about this gentleman and who he might be, and maybe he is that person. I don't want to bash content creators. I think that he's getting information from somebody. Now, is he paying for information or splitting his channel with somebody? I don't know. And even if I thought so, it would only be my thought. It wouldn't be your thought. I would never tell you guys what to think. I say things to you I say things to you, yes, and it's up to you to think what you think. How you doing, Lady K? Good morning on this wonderful Sunday morning. I don't know, Jamie. I don't even know where to go ahead and get this translated. And I'm sorry, I don't know what it is. But thank you. I hope you're saying nice things. Hello. We hope. I do know how much you guys care for me, so thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yep, thank you for that. It's a pretty guitar, right? And Patrick started his own fan page. Okay, so I didn't see that. Let me tell you, how you doing, Tragic? So I didn't see any of. Here's what I saw. I saw that it looks like, if I'm right, that Betty has a court date on Monday. Is it Monday? And I heard that from the gray-haired guy. Here's what I watched the stuff that Patrick put up on his Facebook with the dad talk, right? And you know, both of them are guilty. Both of them are guilty. I don't believe that Patrick went there without trying to get something in return. And I don't think that he gave a lot of thought to how this might look on Timmy. And I have to say something. I don't think it's any of our business what happened and how Lorraine and Timmy. I don't think how Timmy was conceived is our fucking business. So I'm never going to speak on that. I've already spoken on that where they said, who it was. And somebody said she can't consent. Well, she didn't consent is what they're saying, but that's not fair to say that she's not able to feel emotion and love or have a desire. I would never say that Lorraine is incapable of that. But it's none of our business who Timmy's dad is, in my opinion. So, there's a lot. So I think they're both like messed up on each other, right? So I think that, I think that, I think that what Patrick should do, if he's serious about them being there, is to go ahead and have somebody donate a trailer and have it hooked on to his property, because I mean, they have to make sure it's okay to do that. I would assume it's okay to do that because they had that camper forever on the other side and on across the street, the one that burnt down, and then the one that was right off the porch where Eric saw BJ. So if they could do that, apparently they could do that. I think that without asking people for money, somebody could donate and move that there. And then maybe another company can come in and donate time and, just for publicity so that their business name gets out there. No money. And have the sewer hooked up and have some sort of, and then, the water hooked up. I mean, do it. That's what I would do. First of all, Betty needs a place to live. So I think that's a no-brainer. Where's she going to live? Where's she going to live? If they're not going to let her go in that house, where's she going to live? M. Cook, did you not see my sponsor? What's wrong with you? Did you not see my sponsor? Yeah, I'm poor now. So I wanted to give my sponsor. Do you think that West Virginia is trying to take them off social media and the spotlight? I don't know. But I was going through some of my old videos because somebody told me that there was a channel that I had beef with. And I did. And I actually looked at that video today and I was like, I'm not sorry about anything I said in that video. I think what they did was wrong. So I'm happy to show you that video. But again, I'm not trying to, here's the thing. There's a lot of content creators that are talking about the Whittakers. Now, am I mad about that? No, because why? I'm talking about the Whittakers. So I'm not mad about that. I get upset when people start bashing content creators. Now, I just didn't make out of my ass to bash this content creator that showed up on the Whittaker's steps and basically wouldn't leave until I could show you the video. That's my opinion. They put that out there. I thought I was appalled by it. And that was about a year ago. I'm happy to put that out there, but I'm not trying to bash that content creator. You know, I am not trying to have I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody, but when I think that something's wrong, I'm going to call it out. And I thought that that was horrific. And I still think it's horrific. It's not right. It's wrong. You know, so I mean, in one breath, you can't talk about making them into a show and then turning them into a show. You know, people could say what their intentions are all the time, but you know, you got to show with the actions. You got to show with the actions. Did you guys want to see the video that I put out? It was from my other channel. It was about 8 months ago. Did you guys want to check that out? Yes, no, maybe so. We'll not watch the whole thing. Yes, are we here? Here, making each day of the year. Assisted living. Well, I don't know that they'll get that, but still Betty needs a home, or do you think Betty should have to go into assisted living? She doesn't get a say-so about anything? I think she should get a say-so about something. All right, so we'll play this real quick. Ready? Let's go. Whittaker's, and I was talking, and woo, who's that? I always look back to see has Mark and the Whittakers reconnected, what's going on with the Whittakers. Shut up, lady. And when I did, a video popped up. In this video, I'm not even going to give credit. You guys can see where the video came from because I will do that. But I'm not going to give credit. Usually I don't play videos in... You're talking too much, lady.
Nice to meet you guys. This is awesome. Yeah, we've seen you guys on the YouTube, and you know, we like and watching your videos. It's real nice out here.
Guys, seriously, look at the way that they're taking video. No, folks, I am not Cher. I just took 2 days to do this video. Change of clothing, or I took a shower, something happened. Clearly a different outfit. Of like their property. Come on, guys. This is so disrespectful. This is disgusting. This is every diss word out there. They were dissed completely, this family, by these men.
What's his name? So what are you guys up to today? Just hanging out?
Yeah, we're just hanging out, you know. How should I do anything?
All right, yeah. It's a little warm, a little cloudy though, that kind of helps.
Rain a little bit, then it's wet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It rain off.
What's a chihuahua? So you guys put a new roof on over there and some new siding?
They just showed up, man. And they got cameras. They both have cameras. Watch.
You guys are looking to be in good health. Larry, you lost some weight, haven't you? All right. That's good. That's good. Hey, Ray, how's it going?
Praise the man. Ray. Keep him out of trouble.
What's up, Ray?
You could feel how uncomfortable it is that these people have just arrived at these people's homes. So let me just show you. Like, who goes there and just fucking films somebody's property? You're at home. You're sitting. Shut up.
It's a pin for the Whittakers.
Do what?
Google Maps has a pin.
Oh,
He's the one that said it. Google Maps has the pin for the Whittaker.
Yeah. So, but we've been watching you guys I've been watching you guys for like 2 years now. You know?
3 years.
Huh?
How many years?
Like 2 years, like
2 years.
2022. Yeah, like the first few videos that came out, you guys going to Walmart,
Yeah.
and then you know, the other videos, you know, with you
So
know,
he watched the
cooking
Mark
breakfast
Leda
and
video. Suck what
hanging out
underbelly.
here. Yeah. Man, this is like surreal. This is cool. Yeah. You have a nice spot here.
Who
creek in the
fucking filmed
back.
somebody's property like this?
You ever been to Roanoke?
Yeah.
They
I've
both
been
have
to
cameras
Roanoke.
now.
I used to hang around down in Virginia, down there, Columnfield.
Cloverfield?
Columnfield. No, 89.
Oh, okay. It's a pretty drive up here from Roanoke.
Yeah, it is. 2 hour and a half drive.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I drove down. I went to Roanoke. In our truck. Coming back.
The average person wouldn't do that, huh?
Oh, damn.
I had to get a tow back.
Oh, that sucks.
It cost me $500 to get it back up here.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
Well, I was and my insurance company went, hey, get a tow back. They said it
Well, I
was
made
over
this video in
too far.
June
Ray
of 2024.
You want to show us something, Ray?
Now, Larry's engaging in a conversation with
Listen.
them because they said, oh, have you ever been to Roanoke? And he's like, yeah, I've been over there in a truck. I worked, I guess, for a trucking company. His truck broke down, and they wouldn't bring him back because he went too far where he wasn't supposed to go, I guess. But he's telling them this, and you can hear Ray in the back barking. And these guys just want to get in to the house. So they're like, oh, Ray, you want to show us something, Ray? Ray, you want to show us something? Watch what happens even with Timmy. Like, Timmy. Watch what happens even with Timmy. Timmy's smart on. This is funny.
Yeah, I paid $500 and plus gave a woman $250 to bring me home.
Is it okay to... Could we show... Ray wants to show us something, I think. Would that be all right?
Right, he's gonna show you some.
No, he's a great one.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's okay.
talk about TV, you know.
He's got something on TV?
Ray like watch TV all the time.
Uh-huh.
Let me see what Ray
See, Timmy? Timmy stood right there. Right in the way there.
Tell me that wasn't disgusting on their behalf. Tell me that that's not exploitative. Tell me
That's
that Timmy's
exploitive.
not clever. Super Timmy. But then, watch, because, just watch.
The dog.
What you watching on TV? What are you watching?
Hey, buddy.
And
Gotta
you
get
don't
the man, the myth, the legend.
Hey,
How you doing, Ray?
No
I'll be
shit.
quiet. Is Lorraine in there sleeping?
Doing all right?
no one here.
You having a good summer? Pretty hot day today, huh?
I like your shirt.
That's
You play the guitar?
That's your
You like country music?
See the camera there? Look at that.
They literally had a camera in Ray's face. I don't think that was a foot away from Ray. Like, who does that? Who thinks that this is okay? This is not Mark's fault. This is not anybody's fault but these two guys who, as you will hear,
This isn't
say
Patrick.
that basically the only way they're going to go away is if they get into the house. And I'm going to end by showing you that clip because this is just disgusting.
Hi. You just came to say hi.
It's a hat.
We're big fans.
Hi, David. Goodbye.
I like
Did we wake you up? Were you sleeping,
I like
Lorraine?
your dogs. I like the Chihuahua puppy the best.
All right, well, we going.
You,
Could we get a quick peek inside? Would that be okay?
Huh?
We'll get out of your hair. We'll get out of your hair.
I forgot to mention, they thought it was okay to wake up Lorraine and put her on camera. Like, what woman likes that? Just let me get out of bed, let me face the sun and have a camera in my face. Just no respect. They wouldn't want their mom treated that way, their wives treated that way, their sisters treated that way. These two guys.
So, take a quick peek, if you don't mind, and then we'll take off. What are you watching, Ray? What's his name? Whoa. This guy.
It's Ganja.
Ganja, okay.
Ganja, good boy, Ganja. Good boy.
He looks sweet, but he looks like he could.
I don't know. Somebody told me about the guy. Yeah. So it's not Watson. I don't want to bring Watson into this. It's not Watson. This was the video I brought up, and they took offense to
I
it.
think that content creators should get.
So, yeah. So I said this, over a year ago.
Their
So
own views, especially if it's their content. This just crosses the line. These people just showed up on people's doorsteps, and you can go see the video. 10% of my videos go to places that help people, that are going to make a difference. These people that did this, I just can't believe it. And then they put it online and think, oh, that was a good idea. I mean, even if you read their comments, people are saying,
yeah, they got beat up pretty bad. Here's the thing. What I believe they're trying to say now, giving people the benefit of the doubt, is that they wanted to have their own channel and they wanted to have their own autonomy. They wanted the Whittakers to have that. My opinion is this isn't the way to go about it. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Okay, I can't look into the future. I don't know where your heart's at. This doesn't look good. This was in bad taste. I'm allowed to have that opinion. Now, I think it is a lot of gall. I think it's okay for content creators to make money. Of course, I make money. I have never gone and stuck a camera in somebody's face. I haven't done that. I don't think that's okay. If people think that's okay, that's okay. That's okay. But usually there's journalists that do that, right? And usually when there's journalists that do that, they are covering a major story that has put them in the public. These people didn't do that. They were on their porch. So I believe in journalism. I do, but I don't call this that, So anyway, can we see in your house was telling? Yeah, I mean, crazy, right? I thought you were asking me. I was going to say, no. So there was another video that I put up. Let's see. There was a reason. I forgot honestly why I put this one up here, but let's spend a second looking at it. How is everybody doing though on this Sunday? Ellie, I want to go. I want to end my. Okay, I almost heard. I heard the way I was saying that is I was going to say, I want to end my life there, but I don't want to end my life. But that's where I would like to live for the remaining, however much time God's giving me. And I'm not dying or anything that I'm aware of, but I really am ready to go, very, really ready to go. It is very intrusive. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Love Wins. Okay, so you want to check out this other video? I don't remember why. But we have to have a word from our sponsor. Hi, Mrs. Matt Murphy. Here's a word from our sponsor, guys. I'm sorry. I need money, so I have to do this. Yeah, please understand. It's just 30 seconds. I'm sorry.
If you want something good to eat, come on down to Earl's Choke Chicken, where if you can kill it, he can grill it. There ain't no need to be hungry or thirsty down there at the food truck by the titty bar on South Street. Just slide on by and let Earl choke your chicken for you before you head on home to your missus. Damn it, Earlene, that don't sound right now. I'm gonna tell you what, and just 'cause he's your brother don't mean he knows how to cook. Hell, none of that mess is even chicken over there. Yep, tell Earlette to fix me up a box of them squirrel feet for that baby. Shit.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Guys, so that's Jamie from Milk, Honey, and Mayhem. And that's a character that she came up with on a skit that we do a lot. And that was her idea. I mean, she put that up on her channel. And I said, can I use it as a commercial for my channel? And she said, oh, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, I love it. So I'm sorry. I just need to read this. When you talk so vile. I didn't even, somebody told me about it. I'm not interested in what people think of me. I know who I am. I can't live my life like that. So, show me what I did. All I did was say, that's terrible. I showed you the video. Guys, I'm all for views. I don't play anybody's whole video, including mine. Check it out. I have a second channel. I have said that. That channel, this channel, it's a weird thing. This channel I basically started first. But then I started covering stuff that I didn't think would be right on this channel, but the other channel took off. And I'd like to come back here. I want to kind of do both. And there's another channel that I'm actually going to start working on, which is going to not have I don't want to say it's not going to have comedy in it, because life is comedy. We got to laugh. So, but it's going to have a lot to do with more current events and such. Excuse me. That's coffee, guys, and my creamer, if I'm honest with you. So, I don't have a problem standing up for things, and I don't have a problem admitting when I'm wrong. No problem with that. But I don't think I'm wrong about this. And that's it, You guys could decide. But anyway, my other channel. Back to my other channel. Back to the other channel. So if you click on any of my videos, they'll say Whittaker's playlist. Click on it. In the descriptions of the last videos that I've done about the Whittakers, it'll say Whittaker's playlist. If you click there, it will go to the videos that I put up over a year ago on the other channel. And that will be my other channel. Yeah. Lady K saying, good morning. So I don't know anything new about what's going on. The last thing I did hear was that, am I right? Is there a court date supposedly on Monday with Betty? Because I got to tell you, I looked on your guys' channel and I didn't see anything. And I looked on Layla's and I didn't see anything. Excuse me. Got my head up. I try to keep my head up, but my neck hurts. I have Lyme disease, but I have nerve damage right here. Like, so when I touch here, I feel it in my chin. So if you're literally telling me to put my head up, I can't. I can't keep it up for any real length of time. So I'm sorry about that. If that's what you're telling me. If you're telling me figuratively, got my head up. Hold your head up. I heard the first part, but haven't confirmed, so I didn't post it. Yeah, I like that too. Allegedly the first week in October. Okay, that's next week, right? No. Yeah, it's next week. Okay. So we'll have to see about that. Okay. Well, so I really don't have much more to say except let's see. Let me see something. Let's check
not that he was fat or anything, but that he had more meat on his bones. He doesn't
what am I talking
look
about?
good. And Betty's
Where's
getting
my
older,
video?
and she's
Wait a minute.
keeps everybody together. There has to be real concern when Betty passes with what's going to happen with Lorraine.
Okay, this is why I put this video up, because this is me talking about a year ago about what would happen if this family was split up. And when I saw this, I thought, well, that's interesting, because now look at what happened. So, and I'm talking about Larry and how Larry was heavier and how he lost weight. You even heard the guys on the other video say that he lost weight. So hang on.
He just, he was a heavier guy. Not that he was fat or anything, but that he had more meat on his bones. He doesn't look good. And Betty's getting older, and she's the one that kind of keeps everybody together. There has to be real concern when Betty passes with what's going to happen with Lorraine, with Timmy, with Ray, who would be taking care of them, because you can't just put them.
Guys, now remember, at this point, I thought that Betty was the oldest, and she's not. She's not the oldest. Lorraine is older than her. Betty, it's Lorraine and I think Larry, and then Betty. Or Ray. I think Ray's even older than Lorraine, than Betty. I think I think Betty's like the third oldest living one in that house, or that was living in that house. So that's right, third or fourth
in a place. Can you imagine confining Ray? I mean, but what would you do? I mean, so if Betty's not there, I guess somebody else steps up to the plate. And the fire that started, it's questionable about how that fire started in that trailer across the way. Everybody was supposedly in the house over at Betty's house. And all of a sudden they went outside and the trailer was on fire. And unfortunately, there was a loss of a couple dogs, which is just heartbreaking. And heartbreaking for them when they talk about it, But there was drug use at some point, and they don't know how this fire got started, so they claim. And of course, Mark was questioning it because he wanted to know. He kind of believes that maybe there was some sort of neglect, or if it was bad wiring, I don't know. They live in the squalor, so could there have been bad wiring that started a fire? Absolutely. Could there have been drugs that started that fire? I guess absolutely.
So is that fair to say that, it could have been bad wiring? I'm serious. I have a camper. I live in a camper. And this is where I was going to stay for 2.5 years until I went to leave. And, I can insulate it, and I'm very happy here. I sleep well here. I'm very, very happy here. And, but I paid a lot of money to have permanent electric pulled in here, but there are people that, want to use extension cords, and fires happen. So, nobody knows how that fire started, in my opinion. There's a lot of allegations because there was a drugs abuser and a drugs addict on the property. That's right. But
it's unfortunate. They lost their house. They lost dogs, and, they don't have much. And again, they didn't call Mark and say, hey, listen, can you help us? They didn't. Mark knew nothing about it.
That's important to note, guys. So those, I just want you to think for a second, please. Those that have said, oh, well, Betty's a scammer, Larry's a scammer, that house, and it was their house. I don't care. I don't make fun of where people live. That is not what a person is, where they live or what car they drive. That is not. And if that's what people think, then that's what people think. And if that's what you think, anybody on this channel, I just don't think this channel's for you, because that's not the way I view things. Maybe the other channel that will have some controversy will be better, but not this one, because in my heart, soul, and bones. Where people come from is not who they are. That is not defining who they are. Okay. There are things we can learn to do and things we can learn what not to do. There are people that grew up in the hood in the most horrific places and ended up being these most amazing people. There are people that grew up in the hood in the most difficult places and they ended up being criminals. It is a choice. I am sorry. That's what it is. It is a choice. We sometimes have horrible luck, not through any fault of our own, but what we choose to do with it is what we choose to do with it. We can't just sit there and say, woe is me. The world doesn't work like that. It doesn't. We have to work and do better. That's my belief. Okay. When things are tough, sometimes you have to ask for help, but I don't think that you should ever do anything violent or take from somebody else or even make somebody else a victim to what's going on with you, especially when they have absolutely nothing to do with it and they just happen to come into your day. Like, that is just so fucking easy to do, and we don't need to do that. We just don't need to do that. There's angry people in this world that don't want to take responsibility, so they start spewing things on other people for distractions. And they can convince some people of that, and then they live in this echo chamber of how right they are. There's nothing I could do about that. Those that want to pop their head out and say, man, you know, I'm into living in this world. There's a bunch of different kinds of people in this world. We all come from different places. We all have different colors. We all do this. We all do that. And you know what? I am going to judge a person on their own character and the way that they behave. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt until they prove otherwise. And that is it. And that's the way I feel. So the Whittakers, you know, it's up to nobody to decide whether they lived any which way. I didn't see anybody going like this when they shook Ray's hand. And I think that video was 8 months ago. One of those videos was 8 months ago. So, you know, I just think that people could say some horrific shit, you know. Anyway, let's get back into this video because this woman in here, she makes a lot of sense. Until he got there and saw this and asked what happened. Okay, so remember, he didn't ask for any money. They didn't ask him for any money. They didn't ask him. You know, they don't have much. And again, they didn't call Mark and say, hey, listen, you know, can you help us? They didn't. Mark knew nothing about it until he got there and saw this and asked what happened. What happened, you know? And Ray, he felt, but we're to believe that they're crooks and that they're scammers. Why didn't they ask Mark for the money? Why didn't they ask Mark for the money? This was before the Larry's dead thing. Why didn't they? Horrible. His knee was bad. He was laying in. It was, you know, they're getting older, this family. No shit. I'm getting older. No shit. And I don't have the health issues. I'm able to go to the doctor. I live in an area where I can get things I need. I can communicate with what I want. I could tell somebody what I want. Lorraine and Timmy and Ray aren't able to communicate that to others outside of their family. So what happens? Kenneth doesn't seem to live there, but he would be the one. But, you know, sometimes I question him. Is he really a good guy? I don't know. I don't know. But the Whittaker family, again, is a family that my mom really likes me talking about. She finds them fascinating, and they are. I don't remember this. I honestly, True Rebel, I don't remember that. I remember a video at him asking about that or him saying something about that. So if I'm wrong, can you please show me? And that doesn't mean if I'm wrong, man, show me. That just means if I'm wrong, can you please show me? And here's in court. Exactly. Listen, man, I had somebody, this is no bullshit. Okay. And this isn't to throw shade on anybody. I had who I thought was a friend, right? Who was helping me, and he was supposed to be an electrician. And I said, you know, I was concerned about underneath the camper and the pipes and stuff. And first of all, there isn't any exposed pipes, but I'm going to do something. I'm going to do two things anyway. So he said, well, you just put skirting around it and just put a heater underneath it. Like a plugged in heater underneath it? Like how fucking dangerous is that? That's what I'm saying. People do things like anything can happen. That thing's going to be plugged in. Anything can happen. It can knock this shit over. I don't trust anything like that. Like who would do that? You know what I'm saying? Who would do that? I don't know what you're asking me. I don't know what you're saying to me. So I think that again, people afraid cord, anything, you know what I'm saying? It could have been anything, but I understand that Betty was that BJ was a that went to her because I'm distracting myself here. I understand that it went towards BJ because listen, when you're a drug addict, that's where things go. I'm sorry, it's a horrible thing. I'm sorry, that's where things go. That's where things go. You get blamed for shit you aren't given the benefit of the doubt. So that's what happens. I'm looking at the family tree, and Betty is the eldest of the Whitakers. No, she's not. You're mistaken, Matt. I promise you, you're mistaken. No, 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 no. Lorraine is older than Betty, 100%. Guys, if anybody could, somebody at one point did put something up in the last chat, I want to say, where they put the ages up. We thought so too, Matt, Mrs. Matt. I'm not trying to blow you up. I just want to get it clear. It's not the truth. That's incorrect information. Not that you're sitting there telling an untruth like that. Let's see. I live in a camper and love it. Takes 500 years. Hey, listen, the runaway truth. Could you reach out to me at toddy1skip@gmail.com because I really am asking. This is the first time that I just got it. It is a newer one. Can you just give me maybe some information about because I feel like I know what I'm doing as far as insulating it, but I was wondering if maybe you could reach out to me, the runaway truth, at toddy1skip@gmail.com. And can you put camper information? Somebody's writing to me. It might be you that's writing to me about it. A few of us are living that way. A few of us are living that way for sure. My dog is on Prozac because of the apartment that we lived in. She hears everything. And now she's just starting to show me who she is, because I got her a month before I moved into the apartment, and man, she hated the apartment. She hated all the noise, and I couldn't get the best apartment because I had two dogs. I have two dogs, and I didn't want to buy something because I didn't want to be stuck here. I knew that I was only going to stay 2.5 years. And so I didn't want to be trapped in a housing market. And really, I wouldn't be paying anything down on the house in 2.5 years. So, and I didn't want to be in an apartment. And I knew that I was going to be going south in a couple years. Now it looks like I'm going to go earlier. So this just seemed to fit what we wanted. And I have absolutely no regrets. Absolutely no regrets. And the fact that when it's time for me to go, there's not much packing, so I love it. I love it. Ultimately, I think, I don't really want to be in this country, so I don't think that I'm going to do that. Absolutely. You betcha. You betcha. In my opinion, we need to look at the person, not the circumstances. That's right. And, I've said before, Demi Moore had a great comment. She said, once somebody decides who you are, that's all you can be. Think about that. Think about that. What about Kenny? What about Kenny? Everybody's saying good morning to everybody. That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys. So, all right, let's see what else I got going on here.
They are, and they will survive, you know, as long as somebody's going to look out for the three that are most fragile and most vulnerable and are non-communicative. They just don't talk, and not the way that we can understand them. Anyway, guys, they did have a fire. The fire was real. How it got started, I don't know. People lost things. There were 2 dogs lost. You could check out Mark's channel. I will go ahead and put the GoFundMe, but I do recommend you checking into Mark's channel, Soft White Underbelly.
So that was when Mark did the GoFundMe, I guess. Yes. If you look, almost immediately I corrected that. I'm sorry. Guys, please don't ever feel like you've got to give me money to get me to look at something. And I'm not accusing you of that, but a lot of people will go ahead because it lights up. If you just put question marks or exclamation points in front, please just put question marks. The exclamation points could be read the wrong way, and I don't want that, especially if there's a heated thing going on. Question marks are great. I just put them in front of that because I will answer any question the same way I will answer questions when somebody gives something as when somebody does not give something. Everybody gets to ask questions. I don't know about that. And, you know, the only reason why, listen, we could dig so deep into these people. I had people sending me stuff about Patrick's daughter. I don't want to do that. And I spoke, and I've said something about that both Patrick and Eric both don't look like they take care of their own personal relationships and children from them. That's what both have been accused of. So let's see what else is there.
Yeah, check that out. It, again, very sad, but I think that they will ultimately get a new trailer up there, and
they didn't though, did
hopefully
they?
It wasn't anything that was hopefully it was just an accident. I'm sure it was just an accident because they definitely,
I mean, it was an accident. They lost 2 dogs. You know what I'm saying? I did, and I'm friendly with one of the guys. He's given me some information. He gave it to me beforehand, to be honest with you, but he was a true guy. Anyway, I do a lot of new construction and tons of money. If you need, yeah, no, reach out. I do. I want information. I think that we got it. I think that me and my friend who came yesterday, my handyman guy, got it. I agree. So yeah, any information. What's your thoughts on Attic fans? Here you go. That's something. Nope. If anybody can answer, I feel like that was truthful. If you can answer that, that would be great. If you didn't see it, please, because I think it's interesting. I love to things like that. Guys, I don't want to beat up on the kids, and I don't want to beat up. I don't think the content, in my opinion, should be the Whittakers. You know, I could say horrible things about these parents or how they behave as parents. You know, I don't know how many of you know, my dad was a crook. I was in the witness protection program because of my dad and his actions when I was younger. And my dad did state prison time. I mean, and when he came out, he built the second largest home insurance company in the country. And then he sold it in 1997 or 1998 and gifted each of his kids a lot of money. I would be one of those kids. And that money lasted me for about 30 years. So people change. People change. And when I say, you know, I know what it is to be rich and poor, I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. There are some mistakes I've made in my life, but nothing that I would be embarrassed about, to be honest with you. You know, because nothing I ever did was meant to hurt anybody, and I'm not a liar. So there's nothing that can come back and kick me in the ass. That would be an untruthfulness. So honestly, I just don't speak from my past experiences about working in a jail or working. And when I worked in a jail, my coworkers were inmates. You know how you go to work and you talk to your coworkers? Well, lo and behold, guess who mine were? And you know, and they trusted me, and they had every right to trust me, because unless they were trying to escape or kill somebody, I was okay with that. You know, I mean, they weren't going to share things with me that was going to put me in a bad situation where I'd have to tell on them, because they always knew that came first. My job came first. I had a family. I had a relationship. I had my partner and her child, you know, so yeah. And then I worked, not that I went right into, but then I worked with kids, you know, in a residential rehab for about 7-8 years. It wasn't right after that. I owned a recording studio in Florida for a couple of years, got held up at gunpoint coming out of the studio one night, and left Florida and gave up the studio. In all fairness, the studio wasn't making a lot of money. It had just started basically breaking even, but yeah. So, I mean, you know, some of the experience that we offer others is our life experience. Yes, it's wisdom. And I think wisdom is just paying attention to how we got here and learning from it. That to me is wisdom, right? Wisdom comes with years. So that's why we have to have grace with people, and especially younger people, in my opinion. I feel like you, Lady K, amending everything in my opinion. In my opinion. Anyway, that's it. Learning from life experiences, man. And that's what makes us who we are. Yes? That's what makes us all individuals, because we all have a doppelganger. There's always somebody that looks like us, but there is nobody that is us. So, bye, Shaby. Thanks for joining. Anyway, guys, I'm ready to call it. I'm ready to call it. I'm just gonna talk about the Whitakers, and if there's bullshit and crazy stuff, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna go to other topics and talk about other things, and you know, and that's it. I want to stay on top of the Whittaker thing and what's going on with them. I do want to follow that money. Definitely want to follow the money. And I want to do like Plathville, and I love 90 Day Fiance, and the Sister Wives, and I like diving deep into these characters to see who they are. And especially if some of them have grown over the course of time, I find that fascinating. I love that. So, Florida in the sun. I'm from Hollywood, Florida. There you go, Broward County. Pixie! Those that don't know. And I want to end up in the Highlands, in Fort William. Pixie! Let's take a pull. Pixie! Let go of the teeth part. Pixie! Yeah. And there's really not a lot going on that. And those that don't know, that's a gypsy verse thing. Anyway, guys, so anybody else got anything to say? That hurts my throat sometimes when I say it. Margate. My uncle had a house in Margate in the 70s, and I used to spend a lot of time. Tam O'Shanter was the place. That was the name of the development. Tam O'Shanter. So you guys, you have Kathy Hanna. I've lived in Hollywood, Miramar area. There you go. Yep. I lived so when I got robbed, I lived in the Davie area, right there by Orange Park, right? But and this was, you know, obviously a long time ago. In the 20, I mean in I want to say 2022, 2023 when I got robbed. Anyway, but I was from East Hollywood, you know, east of Federal Highway, and so I was between Federal Highway and the Intracoastal Waterway, and I was between Pembroke Road and Hollywood Boulevard. Man, I was at 15th and Wiley. There you go, 15th and Wiley. So yeah, it's changed a lot. It's all changed a lot, man. It's changed a lot. I don't ever want to live in South Florida again. I don't even go there to visit. I get really anxious and nervous when I go there. I honestly do. I don't want to go there. And I still have family and friends there, but I can't go there. Yeah. No. I'm planning on getting a motorhome and traveling. That's my dream. I'm enjoying it. I'm not traveling anywhere. I'm enjoying it. Have they cleaned up Sunrise? No, I don't think so. Sunshine Elementary in Miramar. Okay, very good. Yep. So that's more central, but I've been to Disney a lot. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. And as things happen with the Whittakers, we'll stay on top of it. In the meantime, don't forget about Lady K flies on coleslaw and Tragic TV, because that's the first place I go to look and see what's going on with the Whittakers. That's where I go, guys. And anybody that wants to see those links, they're in not my lives, but they're in my regular videos. I have those channels locked in, so you can click on that. I also have Layla's Toys. Click on that. All right, guys. So thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Have a great day. Great. My brother lived there. He loved it. He went to school there. All right, guys. Be good. Thank you.